winter, wet, cold, the temperatures are dropping and you're starting to put on more layers. Overshoes, bib tights, rain jacket, and at this time of year, many pros will find themselves heading out on long, uninspiring rides, and it can be quite tough to keep your motivation.
But does that really need to be the case, Connor? In this video, we're going to show you some effective ways to train. So hopefully, your drive, your motivation, and your fitness will all benefit from it.
Oh, come on then, Hank.
Oh, I'm working hard here, mate.
Base training or winter training is what many riders would do throughout the off-season months, and it consists of low-intensity, long endurance rides.
Yeah, it's getting all those miles in the legs, working on your base foundation. And then when the sun comes out and the summer hits, you can work on those intense sessions.
However, for many of us, we don't have the luxury of heaps and heaps of time that World Tour riders do. We're not training for a World Tour race, are we? And when we do get out on the bike, we want to make sure that it serves a purpose and that we're getting something out of the session. You know, you don't want to tap along for ages, somewhere between recovery and endurance zones, and, you know, not really get what you're needing in that hour or two you have available.
Now, that's not to say base miles are pointless, because they're not. They really do help physiologically, but sometimes you just need an unstructured spin with your mates to get you through that week, don't you?
Yeah, essentially though, everyone is different, and, you know, solely focusing on base training can sometimes have a negative effect. For instance, when I was racing, I was quite a diesel engine, so if I just did base training, I'd often find I'd get good at riding at one speed, so I'd have to really focus on some sprints and high intensity efforts to top up those different levels of my fitness.
Now, the rain is really coming down, so I think we should do some indoor training, don't you?
Yeah, that's a definite way to spice things up.
Indoor!
If you haven't got time to faffle around with winter kit and it's wet and windy outside, then doing an indoor session is definitely where it's at. So yeah, a bit grim outside, so I'm going to sit on the turbo for a bit.
Technology has helped. Things like Zwift are great for getting a really good high intensity session done. Or if you just fancy a long endurance ride like Hank, when he did 24 hours on Zwift, you don't need to go to that extent.
Train your weaknesses. Theoretically, if you focus on areas where you fall short, then you should become a better all-round athlete. However, keep in mind your goals and keep it relative to what you're working towards. For example, if you're a brilliant time trialist, you have a terrible sprint, if you go off working on your sprint the whole time, well, that brilliant time trialing might suffer.
Yeah, but do remember point number one, having a plan that is focused on your goals. And don't forget the areas you do excel, because otherwise, well, they won't become strengths anymore.
Yeah, for sure. And I think when I was riding, I'd always try to focus on my sprinting because I was a terrible sprinter. So I'd add in 8-second accelerations to any ride just to make sure I wasn't getting bogged down riding one speed all the time.
There's now a chance you go and do a 8-second acceleration.
Yeah, so I'll just be back in a sec, mate.
All right, mate. I'll be back here. Attempting to get up this climb. There he goes. There he goes.
Lots of road cyclists also choose to do some gym work during the winter. That will help make you stronger when it comes to the race season. Strength and conditioning training is often overlooked, yet it can yield huge benefits both in performance and in everyday life. During off-season, this can be incorporated 2 or even 3 times per week. But as hours on your road bike increase, ensure you retain 1 session per week focused on strength and conditioning. Injury prevention is the primary gain. Greater flexibility along with stronger muscles, ligaments, tendons and joints will result in fewer injuries and greater durability in the event of a crash.
Don't forget to rest. If feeling ill or run down, then it's far better to take a few days off than to push through and prolong that recovery process.
Yeah, I think my number one piece of advice would be not to stress it. If you're not quite feeling 100%, the best thing to do is take a few days off the bike and recover. The worst thing you can do is to push on through, because in the long term, you'll do much more damage.
Yeah, you feeling good today?
I haven't quite been feeling myself, you know. I think it's best I just go home at this stage. Yeah, you enjoy the ride and I'll be back on it for next weekend.
All right, mate. I'll see you later anyway. Just take it easy.
Cheers, mate.
Relax,
Sorry.
feet up.
Sorry.
Watch a good movie. Right, on my own.
Mental rest is just as important as physical rest. Normally, most pros would take a break after the racing season finishes, and this would normally be a few weeks to a month long. I'd actually have 6 weeks off my bike.
Oh, long off season.
Keep things interesting. If you're a rider that struggles without having any races or goals through the winter months, then get creative. Try something different, be it a cyclocross race, a gravel event, or just something you never experienced on a bike before.
Yeah, I guess what we're saying is it's important to enjoy riding your bike all year round. Whether that's out riding in the rain with your mates or it's getting competitive on Zwift. It might even be just chucking on some great tunes and bashing out a good old-fashioned indoor session.
Yeah, love that.
You just got to enjoy it, mate. Keep that smile upon your face. Unfortunately, there's no definitive answer as to what is best. HIIT workouts or long base miles. It's all pretty personal, but make sure you're working towards those goals you set yourself.
Okay, so those are some of our ways to keep yourself motivated throughout the winter, but what do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, do you get out on the skis in the winter or head out on a cyclocross bike in that deep snow? Let us know in that comment section. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. We've been in the wet, in the cold, so that's the least we deserve, do you know?
Oh yeah, it's definitely deserved. I think we should have brought our swimming shorts, but...
Yeah, and I should have brought a cape.
You should have done.
But one can always remember that for next time.
I gave my spare one to Man on, so I'm sorry about that.
See you in the next video!
See you, everyone!
Woo!